Hey guys, Coach Huber, Moneyball Hitter Magazine, lead columnist here, team hitting specialist. It's late night in Chicago. We just watched the Bears get demolished by the Green Bay Packers, 55 to 14. That was pretty sad, and there's a reason. My family once moved down to Tampa, for crying out loud. We got to get I can't stand the Chicago sports anymore. It's pretty pathetic between the Cubs, the Sox, and the Bears now. So it's time to go and get into warm weather and uh, and get out of here. I got to see if I can get jacked up here tonight. It's late. I'm tired. Can I get jacked up before I go to bed? Well, talking about the White Sox might jack me up a little bit. We'll see what happens here. Before we get into the White Sox, I want to let you know that I did work for a number of different, probably 7 different academies in the Chicago land area. Hitting academies, instructional academies. I've gotten fired from half of them, to tell you the truth. Okay? Because these instructors and these people that own the places didn't know what the heck that I was teaching. You know, um, so I did work for the White Sox for 5 years. I lasted there longer than any other place because they're high on customer reviews, and I got a lot of really good customer reviews. Matter of fact, I didn't get any complaints at all because I was helping hitters get to the next level. As a matter of fact, they hired me to be their travel team coach for a couple of years there too, where we averaged 333 team batting average every year and 500 slugging. Not too shabby. Okay. But as I went to all these academies, I learned how to be secretive about what I did, and I always get along with people. I don't have problems getting along with people. I got a good personality and everything, and I yuck it up at the bars and stuff like that with the guys when we go out for a beer or two. So I made a lot of good friends at the White Sox Academy. Not one person at the academy, or really at any academy that I ever worked with, asked me what my philosophy on hitting was. Because they were afraid to, because they knew I was doing something different. They were kind of afraid of me in a sense. Okay? But I did meet some cool people there, and thank God that I got to work there for as long as I did and everything. In the end, I did end up going to the general manager and say, hey, listen, the White Sox have some problems with hitting, and for probably the last 30 years they have, except for the one year that they won the World Series. And I showed him all the minor league stats, and when I went to his office, I think there was a real down year in hitting. I'm like, I could help the academy out. I could help the organization out. This is my background. I showed him all my statistical numbers and all the teams that I worked with um, and everything. I said, I see some real problems with your organization and everything, and I got the blank stare look. Okay, so I knew I was going to get that, but I thought I'd just give it a shot just to see. Okay, so when Moneyball Hitter Magazine works out here and we wake up everybody, and that particular general manager, I won't name any names, at the academy, sees the popularity of this, and I could tell him, well, I told you so, type of thing. Okay? Because it's not going good for the Chicago White Sox hitting again. All right? Again. So, well, let's talk about the positives of White Sox hitting. The only positive that I could really tell you about is Jose Abreau, Rookie of the Year. What a natural, just big, strong hitter, huh? How about that? 36 home runs in an era where guys could hardly hit 20. That's unheard of for a rookie. 581 slugging percentage. Whew. 107 RBIs, 317 batting average. He's a right-handed hitter, and that was his rookie year. holy cow, who taught him how to hit like that? Unbelievable. We're going to be taking a look at his swing. We'll analyze it and everything. We'll tell you what's going on with it. Okay. It's not perfect, but this guy could hit. He's just a natural. Now, one of the questions we got to ask when a rookie comes in and does something like that, is the hitting coach the guy that really helped him out since he's a rookie and everything like that? Okay. Because we got a new hitting coach. Again, another new hitting coach. One of the messages we're bringing you is there's a hitting coach every year or every other year with each and every ball club in the major leagues. Okay? And nobody wonders why that is. It's because teams can't hit. They don't hit any better from one year to the next. And most of the times they get worse. Okay? So they brought in Todd Steverson from the Oakland Athletics. Todd played at Arizona State. He had a career in the minor leagues, maybe even major leagues. I don't know much of him from that. Okay, but he's been with the Oakland Athletics minor league system for quite a while and built up a pretty good reputation. Nobody ever talks about the numbers that he's helped put up with a team or anything like that, or a series of team over time. So whenever you take a look at a hitting coach, and this is for you general managers out there, I'm going to give you a clue. What is a success rate over time? Not what organization is he affiliated with, or the couple of years that he had when he was over here, but he didn't have some good years over there, or the people that he knows, or some consistency over time numbers. What types of numbers are his players putting up? Okay? And then some testimonials. Not, oh, this guy's a great guy. I love working with him. He's a really nice guy. He really helped me out a lot. How did he help you out a lot? Okay, you went from point A to point B. How specifically? Tell me how he helped you out. Okay, so we get into deeper questions here at Moneyball Hitter Magazine. Okay, which is the deep questions that general managers should be doing when they're interviewing these hitting coaches. But it's a networking thing, and it's an affiliation thing, and I'll prove it here with Stevenson in a while here. So let's talk about the Sox here. Okay, so in 2013, we always look at the previous year. 2013, they hit 249. No slugging percentage to really speak of, middle of the pack in the major leagues. Okay, this year, they hit 4 points better. That is not a big deal. Okay, and they hit maybe 4 points better slugging percentage too. So nothing's really going on, basically. Okay. The one improvement that I can say is that they made a 20-point improvement on their on-base percentage. Okay. 20 points is okay. It's pretty good, but at least it's an improvement. So if we're going to say, did this hitting instructor come in this year and do anything? No, not really, but he did make a 20-point, help maybe them improve on the on-base percentage a little bit by 20 points. But I'm going to tell you why I don't think that this hitting instructor is significant and this new hire is significant. Because, you could say, well, he helped Abreu or whatever. I don't even know what he did with Abreu, if he did anything at all. Abreu is a phenom. He probably didn't have to do anything with Abreu. All right? We're going to take a look at what he did with the other hitters of the White Sox. It's not going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty. Okay? So, speaking of Moneyball magazine and stuff, did you know that Moneyball is just a big word out there that everybody's using, everybody wants to be affiliated with? So if you are in the Oakland Athletics organization, you are more likely to be hired by another major league team than probably any other organization because of the term Moneyball. All right? And Steverson is from the Oakland Athletics. So when the Sox went out to try to get a hitting coach, they're like, we need a Moneyball guy. Okay? Somebody that Billy Beane really, really, really likes or something. When we get into the Oakland Athletics, we're going to talk about Billy Beane, his formula, and how he cannot find hitting coaches that can get players into the formula. So Billy Beane's really good at just finding the players that are statistically good enough to, plug into his formula. They don't train players into the formula. Okay? So this guy Steverson, the White Sox mistakenly thought, well, he's a Moneyball guy. We want that type of guy. So Rick Hahn, the general manager of the White Sox, and Buddy Bell, I think is the assistant, they interviewed 14 other candidates. I don't know if they interviewed all of them. They probably did. Okay. But Steverson was the guy because his affiliation with the Moneyball and the Oakland Athletics. How about that? Okay. Now, when you interview 14 other candidates, you have to fly them in, you got to feed them, you got to house them, then you got to fly them back out. Okay? So I counted up the numbers. It's probably around $15,000 to $20,000 that the White Sox have to spend just on interviews alone for a hitting instructor. So they must think that they need a good hitting instructor to carry forward here, But there were no improvements. Hardly no improvements when they brought this guy in. As a matter of fact, if Abreu didn't do what he did last year, the Sox would be one of the worst hitting teams in the league. One of the worst hitting teams in the league. Okay? So did Abreu make the Steverson look like he was at least on par? Probably. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. So it's on record as saying that this guy Steverson worked with the young hitters, mostly with the young hitters, and there was a lot of young hitters to work with because the veterans on the White Sox were getting old. And this guy knows that the veterans have their own routines, and that you want to start to mold. This is the thing: start to mold the young guys to get the young guys ready. Okay, and remember what I've always said, and I'll say it again. The young guys hardly ever make it. They might make it into the lineup, but not for long, and it's just a shuffle because these young guys never make it and never can put up any type of really good numbers to continue to stay in the major leagues. That's because of the hitting instructors. Because the hitting instructors, they're little lambs. And these hitting instructors get their hands on the little lambs that are very talented and put up big numbers in college and stuff like that, high draft choices, and just tear them apart. Okay, so let's get to the White Sox here. So he worked with all the young players and everything. None of them worked out. None of them put up any numbers. None of them. We're going to go through the names here. Okay. Let's see here. 8 players hit 240 or lower in the Sox lineup. Okay. There was a couple guys last name Garcia. I don't know who they were. A couple 230 hitters. They were shuffled in and out. The Sidian, kind of a veteran player, Diaza, 3 years in, okay, 240 or lower. Beckham, who's been with the Sox, this is how dumbfounded the Sox are. He's been with the Sox, what, 7 years? Now they just got rid of him finally because he's been a 240, 230, 220 hitter, and they've never been able to. I like the player, I don't like the hitter. Okay, he's gotten some clutch hits over his years, but he's averaged 235 for his career with the White Sox. All right, I know exactly what he's doing wrong, and I could fix him in 15 minutes. We're going to go over that too. But for 7 years, nobody's ever changed anything, and it's in a stance, to tell you the truth about it. Another high-handed hitter. Konerko, he was at the end of his career. So he hit 202 this year or something like that, 220. Dunn, he's been done ever since he got to the Sox because they couldn't fix him at all. Career 215, 220 hitter. Total waste of money, and no hitting coach that the White Sox ever had could figure him out. Nothing. Where, again, the problem lies in his stance and his load. We'll go over that too. So we're going to hit Beckham. We're going to hit Dunn. Okay? And then maybe we'll hit some of these other younger guys that, I know the White Sox philosophy over at the Academy: short, quick to the ball, back knee into the ball, knob to the ball, hands a little bit higher over the shoulder type of thing. Everything that doesn't work, it's over at the White Sox Academy, which is in the minor leagues, which is in the major leagues, which is it's spread out all over because it's a big network. Okay? It's almost like politics. You think they're really Democrats and Republicans out there? They all spew the same bull crap. And it's the same thing with hitting coaches throughout all organizations. They got books this big about hitting philosophies, and it's all intertwined with the same crap. All right? Everybody gets lost in it. And the Sox are the worst at it. When I had the meeting with the general manager, who had some pull, who could have got me into some of these minor league organizations, said, "Hey, we got to give this guy a try." He came up with some really good points, had some really good numbers and stuff like that. He seems very confident in what he's knowing, what he's doing, and he even told me that to my face. He says, "I like your attitude. You're professional. You came in with some numbers. You were ready to go on your meeting and everything like that." And then the blank stare. Okay, so it's the same crap. So there's just back to these players, 8 players, 240 and under. Okay, 1 superstar player with Abreu, and he was just a natural. So this goes to prove that since 8 players with 240 and under a hitting coach, you get 1 superstar player. Now, if you're a hitting coach and you're smart and you know how to publicize yourself, you camelback on this guy. Okay? Hey, well, geez, I was a hitting coach when Abreu was there. It's called camelbacking and networking, and this helps you with interviews and stuff like that. Because then you throw the names out there, and then, the 3-piece suit guys are like, "Yeah, we'd like to hear that, all right." See how that works? All right. So we got 1 superstar player, 1 star player. And what have I been saying? You better be following me on this, okay? If I'm wasting my time and you're not listening, okay, you managers, owners, coaches, managers, you better listen to me on this. You need 4-star hitters in your lineup at least. 6 would be good, okay? So when I train teams, I usually find that there's 2-star hitters, and then I plug in at least 2 to 4 more, and the other guys are role players. So the Sox have 3 other role players. That's it. They've got Alexi Ramirez, who is a effective rotational hitter, by the way. I think the guy weighs maybe $140, and he hit 15 home runs, more than these other guys like Tyler Flowers and stuff like that are just huge and muscular. This Gillespie, this third baseman, hit 282. He was up there in batting average leadership. You know, if you got a third baseman that only hits 7 home runs, what's the use? That's not Moneyball. He's just got a higher batting average. Okay? If he hits a lot of doubles, you know, so he's just a role player. Okay? So they're putting him on a pedestal with the White Sox. Oh, we got Gillespie coming back. Okay? He's just a role player. And Adam Eaton, you're a lefty hitter, veteran. I mean, you're a leadoff hitter. You hit 300 with 1 home run. We can't make you a star player in the lineup. I'm sorry. Even though that you hustle and everything, you're just a role player. Okay? What's Moneyball all about? Slugging percentage, on base percentage. Okay? That's what it's all about. That's why this guy Steverson got hired. I really didn't do anything with the numbers. All right? So, the Chicago White Sox. I know I'm going to move to Florida here real soon, but I got to tell you, you're in big trouble. And the general manager, Hahn, he's like, we have to be very aggressive in getting free agents and stuff like that. Boy, he's going to have to pull some There's no really great hitters out there. All the good hitters are coveted by their teams. Who are you going to get? Okay, you need 3 or 4 more star hitters, and none of these young guys are going to be these star hitters. Steverson, I'm going to give you 1 more year. Okay, I'll give you 1 more year. You got your hands on these guys. Let's see if you can work some magic with all these young guys. All right. Let's see if you can work your magic with all these young guys. This Sidian and Flowers and the Garcias and whoever else you got coming up. Okay? You got 1 more year. Or else the White Sox, did they waste $20,000 on all these interviews that they did just to find you? Or else, I don't know, how much they paying you for crying out loud? I mean, you came in as a highly touted guy. Everybody likes you. As a matter of fact, I saw one of your videos and stuff. If I was a hitter, I'd like to hang out with you because you're kind of low key. I feel comfortable around you. You know, real nice guy. You know, seem like a winner. You're friendly with the hitters. You're for them. You're trying to help them out. Okay, but when it comes to technicalities and technique and hitting cues and hitting drills and stuff like that, come on, man, come on. It's one of the hardest skills in sports. And I'm not seeing the numbers here. All right. So what else do I got here? Oh boy. So it's a hope job. This is really the Sox got the hope job going on. And you know what? They're putting a lot of pressure on you, Steverson. They're hoping to God that you moneyball these guys up and bring these young guys up to star status. They're hoping to God that you're the guy. Okay? The pitching staff isn't that great. You're losing a lot. You're losing some of your veteran players. You already got rid of the guys that you could never turn around hitting. Diaza, couldn't turn him around. Beckham, couldn't turn him around. Dunn finished himself off. He's done. And then Konerko is done. He's probably your best hitter in the organization for the past 15 years. You guys are in big trouble. All right? And you do need a hitting coach to save you. And I'm not seeing it with this guy. Sorry. If somebody out there knows why the White Sox couldn't hit better with this stud Steverson coming in, I want to know about it here at Moneyball Magazine. What was he teaching? I'm looking these guys up, what they teach. I can't find out what the guy actually teaches. His big theme is get a good pitch to hit type of thing. That's his big focus. Which is maybe why their on base percentage went up just a little bit. All right. Sox seem excited out of the gate because they're like the #1 top 5 hitting team in major leagues, like close to the first half. Then they just fell flat on their face, to tell you the truth, and dipped down to just 13th and 13th, 15th or something in the major leagues. Okay, and I'm seeing like 8 different hitters below 240 that are trying to plug guys in here and there and stuff like that, and nobody fit. Par for the course. Right? Chicago White Sox. It's going to be a long time coming. Sorry to say. That's all I got for you today. We will review some of these hitters and stuff and try to help. Maybe Steverson's going to be looking at Moneyball Hitter Magazine or something like that, and maybe we'll give him some tips here. All right? And maybe that'll help him out. Over and out. We'll see you on the flip side, late night, Moneyball Hitter. We've got the energy, so we're going to pour it out to you. Why not, huh? All right, we'll see you next time.